USC football joins the top 10 for the first time in about 5 years. The list of successful major league pitchers with 2 Tommy John surgeries? Let's just say Walker Buehler can join a very small list. And Patrick Beverly is already shaking things up with the Lakers. Good morning, I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is Faithful Angelenos. In case you're wondering, yes, I did get a haircut. I'm not showing it off. The bottom line is this. I went into the salon, told the guy, hey, I want to look like Bruce Willis, and the bastard ran with it. What are you going to do? It's September 7, 2022. If you like the content that we've been putting out about LA sports, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And by all means, comment. I am not God. I am not perfect. I totally get it. Now, before we go through the news and notes from around LA today, a couple of things. We do look at the scoreboard, but later today, I will drop a preview of the Rams' first game of the season, a preview of Rams-Bills later today. Check it out. As for the scoreboard, Dodgers 6, San Francisco 3. The Dodgers' magic number is down to 7. Everybody went homer happy. Max Muncy hit a couple of them out. Joey Gallo added a 3-run home run. By the way, today, the Dodgers will play the Giants at 1. That's Clayton Kershaw, 7-3. Alex Cobb, 5-6. So, there are a number of things to make about the AP Top 25 poll. The first thing is that for the first time in a long time, we get to pay attention. USC is number 10. Matter of fact, they're the highest ranked team in the Pac-12 conference after that booty kicking they did of Rice a couple of days ago. It's nice to know that outside of Southern California, other people were looking at the Trojans and getting a little bit prematurely excited just like the rest of us, right? But it's all right. I mean, if you think about it though, look, I don't know if it's a little too high, maybe it is, especially when you consider the fact that Utah slipped 6 spots all the way down to number 13. Do you think USC is already better than Utah? I'm not sure I'd go there. Oregon, by the way, is completely out, so USC and Utah are the only 2 teams represented in the Pac-12 in the top 25. It leads to a lot of interesting questions about that. You know, the whole thing about USC being better than Utah. Is this an overreaction by the national press? Let's be real. We still don't know who the best football teams are out there just yet. It's only one weekend of the year. We were talking last week that Lincoln Riley would have no idea who the left tackle would be for the Trojans. And by the way, Bobby Haskins and Cortland Ford played the exact same number of snaps at left tackle against Rice, so they still don't know. Chatted with viewers over the weekend about a running back that a lot of guys liked. I did not realize, however, with our chit chat, that Rayleigh Brown, the freshman, has ice on his ankle. He kind of sprained it a little bit. Now, Riley expects Brown to be able to play on Saturday. Expects, but it's not a guarantee. Also, somebody who might play, but we don't know yet, is quarterback Damani Jackson, who missed Saturday's opener with Rice. And in a nice note, quarterback Caleb Williams, he has produced a public service announcement on mental health awareness. So it's more than just winning football games for Caleb Williams. Nice to see. There's a website called MLBreports.com, and they ran the numbers. Walker Buehler is going to be the 70th pitcher in Major League history to undergo 2 Tommy John surgeries. Now, we have very little idea if it will lead to good tidings. Most pitchers who get 2 actually start to falter. They don't have what they used to have. Your body can only go under the knife so many times, particularly one body part. But if you are looking for a potential ray of sunshine, former Dodger, current Red Sox pitcher Nathan Eovaldi became an all-star last year. and that would be after his second Tommy John surgery. Impossible? No. Troublesome? I think we got to be realistic about it. Now, for his part, Bueller is saying all the right things, but we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a long wait. Not all Dodgers, by the way, in the World Baseball Classic will be representing Team USA. Starting pitcher Julio Urias. He's going to pitch for Mexico. Tony Gonsolin, by the way, is not progressing as quickly as hoped. Dave Roberts thinks that there's still a little bit of time for him to come back and be ready for the playoffs, but it's been sluggish, to say the least. Relief pitcher Brizdog Graterol said that he will be throwing off of a mound soon. Do you remember James Outman? Had a cup of coffee with the Dodgers. He's back with Oklahoma City. Yeah, he hit for the cycle on August 26th. And then 4 days later, did it again. You have to wonder. I mean, I realize there's a big leap from AAA to the majors. But he did have a decent showing of himself. He acquitted himself well with the big club. Let Cody Bellinger walk, maybe? Bring up this guy, see what he has. I don't have any inside dope. I'm just speculating out loud. Because it's been a while since our skin has collectively crawled, I want to give you guys a Trevor Bauer update. Now, I'm not saying that everything about this is about whether or not Trevor Bauer makes your skin crawl. This whole situation with Trevor Bauer and the lady who claimed this, that, and the other, man, I am not going to say that I know what happened. I've been saying it repeatedly. We've had a bunch of clips about Trevor Bauer. I don't want to get sued. I don't. But if you do want your skin to crawl, in U.S. District Court in Santa Ana, a lawyer wanted, as part of the case, the definition of the word brutalize. What? What are you, German? Do you get off on descriptions of pain? The guy was actually trying to say, not Bauer, the lawyer, the guy was actually trying to say that using the word brutalize might lessen the blow, so to speak, because it's sometimes used to describe consensual beatings. I'm a 54-year-old man. I'm going back on all my sexual escapades, and I don't recall the words consensual beatings being part of it. I remember being single and having a lot of solo beatings, but consensual beatings? I don't know what you kids are up to these days. I'm the fuddy-duddy. Patrick Beverley is shaking things up with the Lakers already. He was asked about it by Spectrum Sportsnet. They cover the Lakers regularly. Quote, "You'll be playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis," to which Beverley replied, "They're going to be playing with me. I made the playoffs last year. They didn't." Reality check, people. Reality check. Patrick Beverley is not coming to play around. As for playing with the Lakers as opposed to playing for the Clippers, quote, "Very different, night and day. Walking around the city, you almost get a different level of respect," unquote. So for a guy who was not necessarily looking forward to coming to play for the Purple and Gold, I think he's actually settling into a leadership role quite nicely. And by the way, he was at the Lakers facility working out yesterday. As it turned out, Russell Westbrook was as well. They embraced. I'm not going to sit there and say this quashes everything, but at least they're being neighborly about it, wouldn't you say? I mentioned earlier that we will have a clip with a preview of the Rams versus the Bills. We'll be posting it later today. But we do have other notes that I thought were rather interesting about the Rams. Odell Beckham Jr. has remained in contact with them because, after all, why not have 9 wide receivers? But the thing that really caught my eye is NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is taking the helm of settling, quote, distribution of the financial responsibility, unquote, between the Rams, the rest of the teams in the NFL, and how they're going to pay the city of St. Louis. Now, you might recall Rams owner Stan Kroenke, he moves the team, St. Louis sues, and the NFL just didn't want to go to court, so they settled for somewhere in the neighborhood of $790 million. And what Goodell is trying to do is see how much of the bill he can stick on Stan Kroenke. Now, for his part, Stan Kroenke has backed out of the whole thing because he said he agreed to pay legal fees, not a $790 million settlement. And I, quite frankly, don't blame him for saying that. MajorLeagueSoccer.com, or I should say MLS.com, considers LAFC coach Steve Cherundolo as a Coach of the Year candidate. And to be honest, if you look at things just straight down the middle, it is hard to argue. I thought it was a bad hire when he originally came in. I realized he played for the national team, but I also realized that he used to coach the Las Vegas Lights, a USL team, obviously in Nevada. And the Lights stunk with him as coach. So apparently the dude knows a thing or two, and he was just given some craptacular players. Now, I'm not going to sit there and tell you that he will be Coach of the Year. There is a question on MLSsoccer.com if his job is to coach and be a strategist, or whether his job is simply to manage big egos. Now, I didn't ask that question, the website did. And besides that, how would I know the answer? I'm not inside that locker room, so I can't say whether or not I know. But is he a strategist or somebody who manages egos? Who knows? Finally, Cody Riley. You might remember him if you follow UCLA basketball. There were 5 Bruins who went to the NBA draft, and of course, most of them, I think only one got drafted. Can't quite recall. Anyway, 4 winds up signing with the NBA. Cody Riley, on the other hand, he's going overseas. He's going to play in Slovenia. And, well, if you liked what you've been hearing about LA sports, don't forget to like and subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We are trying to build something here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back later today with that Rams preview. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. Have a great day. Bye-bye.